Hi, so today we're going to go a little bit over animations. So just to start off, I'm going to click in here, create a basic layer, make a little square. And first thing I want to do is I want to move this square from here to there. Okay. One way to do that is I want to move I want to go this way, which would mean I want to move on the x-axis. So you can click on X right here, say animate position with basic animation. And what that's going to do, it's going to create a to value and from value. For whatever reason, this always starts with the number 400, which is not what we want. Right? So we want to actually go from, if you click on this little button on the right hand side, it's going to say use current canvas value, and I'm going to make that 30. So that's 30 is from here to here. Right? And I want to move this over here. So actually, you know what, 400 does sound like where I might want to go. So we can do that, or let's just say I want to go a little bit closer, just say 100. We could do that, and we'll just test it. And this is way too small. Okay, let's test that again. There it goes. Okay, move just a little bit. All right. So that is the simplest type of animation that we could do. However, you know what? I want it to move. I want to move a little further. I want to move 400. Right, but I also want it to say scale. So if I do that, another way to add animation to this is to click on it, right click, and add another basic animation. Right. This time, I want to change let's just say the opacity, right? So we'll say opacity, right? And I want it to go from, and you can always just click here from use current value. It's going to give you a current value of 1. Opacity goes from 0 to 1, and I want it to go to 0, right? However, I don't want it to just automatically go to 0. I want it to move and then go to 0, okay? So in order to do that, I'll just grab the opacity here on my timeline, and I'll just move it over, right? And now when I test this, and it fades. Very nice. But you know what? That fade was a little quick. I might want that to go a little bit slower. If I want to go a little bit slower, I just go into this opacity in your timeline, right? And what I'm going to do is I am just going to stretch it out. Just stretch it out to there. Right? Not only that, I kind of wanted to not only do that, but I wanted to just say ease out. Right? So I want to have a little ease, and I'm going to test that. And there it goes. So that's the basics of animation for that type of stuff. Not to dig into some of the other things that we have here. So some of the things you can do here are you can have it begin. Right now there's a 0.5 second like pause. You could make it 0 if you want. I tend to leave it there. Just for certain circumstances, I'm going to change it to 0. You can add some offset. You can create a repeat count. Let's just say I want that to happen twice. And notice look at what happens over here when you do that. So when I test it, right? So I'll take that out. Repeat duration. There's the total duration of time, and you'll see you can change this. Let's just see if I make this 2. It'll move it even further. Fill forward and fill backwards, and fill both. Okay, so this is an interesting one. Let's just say I wanted to do the opposite. I want the opacity. I want actually to fade in, right, and then move, right? So I'm going to flip these. I'm going to say it's going to go to 0, right? It's going to go from 0 to 1. Now watch what happens when I present this. It's there, and it never really, it was never really 0. What you need to do at that point is actually change to fill backwards, right? And why didn't that work? From here, okay. There it goes. All right, so let's fill both, and there it goes. Okay. So yeah, so whenever you start with something that's like not there, like something that's not on the screen, at some point you want to really start at whatever the first frame of your animation is. You want to screw around with this fill mode, and then you should be able to get it to work like that. So that's pretty much most of the things that you use a lot. Now, so this here plays at begin time. What this is let's just shut these off, right? So I'm going to shut this one off, and I'm going to shut this one off, right? And now if I test it, nothing happens, right? The reason nothing happens is because we're asking it not to play at begin time. So we're starting the movie, it's not going to play. And the reason I might want to do that is because maybe I want there to be like a little button, right? And this button, when I click on this button, I want this animation to happen. So to do that, what you do is you go in here, you create this action, and you just drag it on there, right? And then you go to your inspector, mouse click, and you'll see it says play animation. Now just click on this little plus sign and check the ones that you want to happen, right? And now when you play this, you'll see nothing. You click, and there it goes. So that's actions to play animations, which is super helpful for many things. I use this a lot. Okay, so other types of animations. So let's say I use this Bezier here. And let's just say we have, say you have like a line chart, right? Something like that, right? And we'll give it a line width, and some color, right? And what I actually want to happen is maybe I have some slider, and I want it to sort of move up and down with the slider. I want it to animate that way. So the way you do that is let's go to library, grab your basic animation. You can then toss it onto your shape, right? Go into inspector. Here, click on path, right? And we're going to go to, actually, you know what? Not path. Let's go to stroke end. Yeah. And from here, go to use current. Right? Let's go from 0. Right? And now what you'll see, and I'll make this really nice and long so you can see it. And there it goes. See? Now it's being drawn.